up, everybody? Welcome to Minorly Important, the podcast where we talk about minor league sports. I'm your host, Kevin Marlowe. I'm joined here by my co-hosts, Dylan Little. Dylan, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, everybody? Kentucky just won for the first time in the first round in 3 years. A
Jeez.
wonder of what happens when you kick your coach out and get a new guy. So,
Yeah.
hey, look at that.
Yeah.
No shame, Coach Calipari did some good stuff with us,
Yeah, he
but
did. He's a good
that
coach.
2012, Natty championship. But other than that, he kind of got washed up. And you can
Yeah.
see it at Arkansas.
Happens to the
Because
best.
They
they're
just beat Kansas.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're still a 10 seed and we're a 3 seed. So yesterday I recorded another podcast, which is my first podcast technically. We're in season 2, episode 3 of it's called Reverent Rhythm Podcast, where we talk about drums and Jesus, not in that order. Usually more Jesus and then drums, but
Yeah.
if you like either Jesus or drums or both, please check us out.
Awesome. It is a great podcast. You definitely should check it out. And then we are also joined here by Colin Scholl. Colin, what's up, man?
Oh, nothing much, Kevin. Just gonna enjoy the weekend after a hard worked week. I'm ready for it.
And I feel that. And then we are also joined by none other than Ryan Baker. Ryan, how's it going on, dude?
Hey, Kevin. Thanks for having me on. And as always, I'm doing great and just getting ready to start spring break. So really excited for that. And
Awesome.
got the week off next week, so lots of time to rest and relax.
You going anywhere cool over spring break?
We're gonna hit up Indianapolis, maybe Chicago, maybe head on up to Detroit. You never know. They're all within a couple hours of us.
You gonna stop at some card shops?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm actually dealing with a theft issue right now. Jordan Love, rookie autograph on card auto, out of
Is it
50, numbered out of 50. Did not show up in the mail with some other high-end cards, so that kind of stings a little. And then I got my 1-of-1 Connor McDavid back from PSA, and it came back a 6 because of surface damage. Nice. So I am battling with Topps right now to try to get that replaced.
Oh,
wow! Just not in the cards for you this time, I guess.
No, that's a good one.
Literally.
No. And,
yeah,
and I should say the Topps is being fantastic because they do have the guarantee. If you have a card, then you have if you bought it from them, like you pulled it fresh out of a pack, and it grades lower than a 7 or lower, they will either replace it or give you something of equal value.
That's cool.
Oh, dang.
So they're being pretty awesome. They actually said to give them until Monday, and then they'll have an offer for me.
So, but a McDavid 1-of-1, pretty good.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they're trying to gauge the value.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's awesome. All right. Well, let's hop right in. This is episode 10.
Crazy.
I know. 10th episode, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. We've done it. We've added video. We've added, we got our YouTube channel up and running. We've got a couple stadium tours in there. We've got all sorts of stuff going. We've got some really good stuff ahead of us, and we're only going to grow, and it's thanks to you guys, the fans, and we really appreciate all of you, everybody who's listened, everybody who's liked, and all of that stuff. We really appreciate you guys and all of your help and support. And if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed, we'd really enjoy that if you did.
Do it.
So
it'll help us grow more. Please do.
It will.
Please.
It'll help us get you guys more coverage of your team and all of that stuff. But with that being said, we're going to dive right in tonight. So, Dylan, can you take us through the NBA G League?
Hopefully.
All right, here we go.
Look at that. All right. So Eastern Conference, we got the Osceola Magic. I said it right this time.
Hey, good job.
Look at that. I'm learning. Anyway, they're first, 19 and 10. Then we have in second, we have the Maine Celtics, 20 and 12, which is confusing to me, but okay. Uh, then you got the third, we have Westchester Knicks, 19 and 12. And fourth, we have the Capital City Go-Go, 18 and 12. Fifth, we got the Greensboro Swarm, 19 and 13. And then our very own Indiana Mad Ants at 17 and 13.
Let's
They're
go.
in the sixth spot, so just barely in playoff contention. So let's go. Western Conference, we have the Austin Spurs, 19 and 10. Second, we got the Stockton Kings, 20 and 11. Third, we have the Salt Lake City Stars, 20 and 11. Santa Cruz Warriors round out the fourth spot at 18 and 12. And fifth, we have the Valley Suns, 17 and 13. And sixth, we have the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, 17 and 13.
There we
That
go.
is a cool name. I like that name.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
It seems like the
Very tight.
East is just so tight.
Super tight.
And it's crazy. It feels like as we've gone through these standings for all three of these leagues that for the winner, it just feels like every race is super tight.
Very true.
And we are excited to see how this continues and how it's going to go. All right. Well, then we've got Colin's going to take us through the ECHL, which is, like we said, also super tight right now. Colin, where we at, bud?
All right. So, in the Eastern Conference as a whole, we have the Florida Everblades, 42 wins, 13 losses. South Carolina Stingrays, 43 and 14. Troy's Riviera's Lions, 40 and 13. Fourth place, Jacksonville Icemen, 39 and 18.
And
number
those four
five,
have all qualified already. So
yes,
they
that's
are
what the
in
X
the
means.
playoffs. Yep.
Yes. And then at number 5, we have the good old Orlando Solar Bears.
So
I
cool.
love that team. That team's
cool.
name is so cool, and they've always got great jerseys.
Yeah, did you guys happen to see the specialty jersey they came out with earlier this week?
The purple one, it's like
Yes.
halfway up
Yes.
the jersey. Yeah, we shared it on our Facebook, so we shared their post. Shout out Orlando. And if you haven't seen it, go check us out.
Yep. And I'm going to say something about the Wheeling Nailers. They're in 6th place. Remember where they were weeks ago? They were at the top of the league.
They were.
Yep.
And now they're at 6th. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. So now that was the Eastern. Now let's take a good look at the Western. By the way, only one team is qualified for the playoffs in the West. So it's still anybody's game here. Number 1, we have Toledo Walleye, 39 and 15.
Boom.
Number 2, Diamond Hands, Kansas City Mavericks, 40 and 16. Third place, our good old Fort Wayne Comets, who got 4 points out of 6 points last weekend, so that was pretty cool.
Go.
36 and 19. Number 4, Tahoe Night Monsters, 36 and 20. Number 5, Tulsa Oilers, 34 and 19. And number 6 is Wichita Thunder, 33 and 20.
Yeah. So I'm gonna zoom in there in the Central with you have the Bison sitting in the 4th spot and the K-Wings sitting in the 5th spot. The K-Wings have been on a tear lately. Kalamazoo has been crazy. They've beaten Toledo repeatedly here lately.
Yeah. Yes, and the Comets too.
Yeah. If I were Toledo, I'd be afraid that they're gonna get that 4th spot. Like, they are super close right now to Bloomington.
Yeah.
And if I do. I think if Kalamazoo keeps this up and moves into that 4th spot, they are going to be a pain for whoever they play, and it would look like right now it would be Toledo.
Yeah, and which, like you said a little bit ago, Kevin, Kalamazoo has had Toledo's number all year.
I wouldn't. I would be afraid of playing Kalamazoo right now.
Yep.
Shout out Kalamazoo.
They're playing for that new barn now.
Yep.
They need a nice championship for that new barn.
Yep. But it's going to be a crazy race, and we are excited to watch it.
Everybody's so neck and neck too. It's
I know.
crazy.
I know. But all right. And now we are going to take you into the AHL with Ryan Baker.
All right, here we go. Going to the AHL. Going to the Atlantic Division, we have the Hershey Bears in first. They've already clinched a playoff spot, followed by the Providence Bruins in second, the Charlotte Checkers in third, and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in fourth. Dropping down to the north, we got the Laval Rocket in first, the Rochester Americans in second, Toronto Marlies in third, and the Syracuse Crunch in fourth. Going to the Central Division, the Milwaukee Admirals coming in first, Texas Stars in second, Grand Rapids Griffins in third, and the Chicago Wolves in fourth. We go down to the Pacific, Colorado Eagles leading the pack there, first place, Ontario Reign in second, Coachella Valley Firebirds in third, and the Abbotsford Canucks coming up to fourth place, jumping over the Calgary Wranglers since the last time we saw this. And the San Diego Gulls, I'm not giving up on their season yet. They're all the way down there in 10th in the Pacific. They're only 15 points out of the playoffs, so I don't know how many games we got left. But
it doesn't say eliminated yet.
That's right. We don't got the E. As long as there's no elimination next to them, we're sticking. We're gonna stick in there and let's go Gulls. Doing their NHL team proud. I think they're in the same standing spot. So
probably.
Oh,
good times.
All right, and now we are going to go through USL has started. We don't have their standings up now. We're going to let them get a little bit into the season before we really start covering that. We've also got hockey and basketball going on right now, so but they do have some pretty big news. We don't have a lot of it right now in front of us, so we aren't going to go too deep into it, but we did want to let you know it does look like USL, I believe starting in the 2026 season, is going to be starting a relegation system in there, promotion and relegation, which for those of you that don't know, it means that a team will start in one, and if they're really good, they can move up to the next league. And if they are bad, then they will get demoted, and then they move teams up and down based on how well they're doing. So, that is the first American minor league sports system to start this, which is really cool. It's done in I know it's done in European soccer. I believe it's actually done in some of their other like sports leagues. I'm not 100% positive, but once we have more of those details, we will bring that to you probably next episode. But for right now, we just wanted to let you know that just came out, I believe, yesterday, and we'll get you more info. And then we also had one other really cool moment in the ECHL. Colin, what was that ref's name?
Sydney Harris, the first female ref in ECHL history.
Yeah, she's refed a couple games now. We shared Kalamazoo's post, but it's really cool to see her getting into the ECHL, the first female ref. And from what I understand, she was doing a really good job. People didn't have a lot of complaints, which is kind of rare. Most teams really hate their refs.
It's really hard to make people happy in the good old ECHL.
Yeah, refs. I mean, you go to a Comets game and they boo them coming on the ice and they haven't even done anything yet.
Yep. I went to the Comets game, I think almost 2 weeks ago when they had the Peanuts jerseys.
Yeah.
And we got absolutely clobbered by Kalamazoo. That was a redemption game from when you and I went.
Yep.
Kevin.
And Dylan.
Yeah, and
I
Dylan.
was there.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. In a suite, Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so shout out her. Super happy. Super cool things going on. But we are getting into spring, and that means that minor league baseball is also starting. We talked about one of the Tin Caps alternate identities on last episode. But Ryan, you got a little preview for us of minor league baseball?
Yeah, so going through some minor league baseball, I just want to kind of point out, speaking of the Tin Caps, everybody knows the Tin Caps are part of the San Diego Padres organization. Somebody we're going to really watch this year is going to be Leo DeVries. He is a 1A player, which means we may get to see him down in the Tin Caps, but he's the 18th ranked short player in the farm system for all of the MLB, and he's the shortstop.
Wow.
So that's a player we might be able to be checking out for the Padres. Well, for the Tin Caps. We got to see a lot of Ethan Salas last year, or Ethan Salas, sorry. I got to see a lot of Ethan Salas last year with the Padres minor league team, the Tin Caps. Obviously, the star catcher, one of the top catchers in the farm system right now. And then we just kind of scrolled down a little bit more. Well, I'm going to scroll down a lot more. And then, so that's going to round out the top 100 as far as Tin Caps players that we'll possibly be able to see. So yeah, getting able to see a couple Tin Caps players in the top 100 is pretty nice. However, if we look at top farm systems this year, so we got the Detroit Tigers coming in number 1. And where this is relevant is we're in spring, so we can talk about the MLB teams because we're in spring training. So all those minor league players are playing up uh, with their affiliate team right
Yeah.
now. So Jackson Jobe, Max Clark, you got Kevin McGongle, Bryce Rayner, Thyron Lorenzo, and then Josie Brasino, rounding out the Tigers' top ranked. That's kind of scary if you look at last year. The Tigers made the playoffs, and they're coming in with the top farm system, so it's going to be good for them. Tampa Bay Rays coming in second. Tampa Bay's been down as a whole lately, so it's not a surprise to see them in second place. Boston Red Sox in third. Big player to watch as far as minor league sports. You got Roman Anthony and Marcelo Mayer. Two huge names. Roman Anthony's the second ranked prospect. Marcelo is the 12th ranked. So two big prospects coming out of Boston. Then fourth place, this is where it gets really scary. Okay, you got the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are by far the best MLB team, and they have the fourth ranked farm system. Roki Sasaki, number 1 overall prospect. He's a pitcher. That's the last thing they need is more pitching.
Yeah.
Alex Freeland, the 71 ranked shortstop. Zaire Hope. So yeah, looking down at this minor league, you got some scary players down there.
Yep.
So what you're saying is the Dodgers number 4 minor league system is the best in minor league baseball right now, correct?
Well, they have the best overall prospect. However, he is expected to hit the MLB to start the season.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, players we're going to have a chance of seeing are going to be Max Clark, number 6 prospect out of Detroit at 1A. Travis Bazana from Cleveland at 1A. Scrolling down to Colt Emerson from Seattle, shortstop, third base. So you're going to be seeing some big name guys that could be coming to Fort Wayne or your area minor league teams. So
any locals this year or no?
No locals this year. As far as big names we may see. Yeah, I think most of our local guys who have been in that area are probably up in the MLB already. Um, I know we have Josh Van Meter just retired. He was a tin cap at one point, and most recently played. I believe his most recent stop was the Arizona Diamondbacks. Um, but then yeah, we do have some local guys still in the Kevin Kiermaier, Bishop Lures grad, playing. I believe he's back in Toronto. But yeah, so look at the White Sox because everybody knows I'm a White Sox fan. You know, our whole team's basically a minor league team. We got the sixth ranked farm system in the MLB.
Not
That's
bad.
up. We were the 20th last year, but then we said, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna trade every single player who's any good and really build up our farm system. So Sox comes in number 6 overall. Lots of pitching down there. Got a couple catchers. Um, One of my favorites to look at is going to be Colson Montgomery down in that 3A ball. So he's a little high for us. I do believe Toledo, the Mud Hens, I believe they're a 3A. So maybe I'll have to swing over to Toledo to watch him play some baseball.
Every time we go to a Toledo Walleye game for the Comets, we always park in the parking garage right by the Mudhead Stadium. They got a nice stadium.
Yeah, they do. It's that's the nice thing about Toledo is they do have some. Yeah, they are AAA East, so I might have to see when old Colson Montgomery's playing over there, and maybe see if they'll let us in. Let us in. We can all travel over there and try to get a stadium tour from all the nice things we said like last week.
Oh, so much nice stuff.
We're just gonna show them that. We're gonna show them last week's podcast.
I do want to say that that short did kind of go semi-viral.
Yeah.
So and it's the only video we have on our YouTube channel with dislikes. So apparently some people weren't happy that we apologized to Toledo.
That's all right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Forgive and forget. Move on.
Yeah. And then you look at so we'll look at kind of the downside of the minor league system is the Los Angeles Angels. They're not a very good team in the pros, and they are the absolute last ranked farm system in the MLB. They're only 2 players in the top 100, and it's 67 and 77. But as a lot of people,
they have. Sorry, Ryan, but they have Mike Trout.
Oh, they have glass bones, Mike Trout.
And they had Otani too. But they
yeah, they had a chance to trade Otani to the Yankees. They should have taken it. But yeah, just looking at all minor league sports. So one thing with minor leagues, so you look at all these guys who may be ranked top 100, but minor league baseball compared to every other sport where that gets wild is you don't know who's going to be the next star player. You could have you could have Shohei Otani, or you could have Lastings Millage. Which anybody who knows him, he was a huge prospect coming out of AAA ball, and he lasted maybe 2 solid years in the MLB and just disappeared. So that's the crazy thing about baseball is you can have the best farm system, and half those guys who are on your top 100 report never see the light of day. It's kind of like how hockey's getting now. You'll have a lot of these guys who come in, Fort Wayne level. Like you'll have guys come in, you're like, that dude's gonna be in the NHL, and then he never leaves Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And then so it's not like basketball where it's like if you're in the G League, you got a good shot at being in the NBA.
You pretty much do. You got a good shot.
And like hockey and baseball, there's there's 10,000 people playing.
Right.
Yep.
All these different leagues. So, yeah, that's just a quick coverage of some baseball. I'm super excited for Tin Cap season to kick off. Baseball season in general. We already had some MLB games. They had the Tokyo series where the Dodgers Dodgers came out and showed what they're probably going to do all year, and that was without Mookie Betts. So arguably the best, one of the best outfielders in baseball right now.
Yep.
How does the Tin Caps roster look this year, right? Like comparable to last year.
That's the thing. With us still being in spring training towards the end, we're getting some names, but you don't know that roster. Single A baseball, you don't know that roster until the day of the game.
Oh, until opening day?
Yeah, people. Well, yeah, you could have 100 different rosters. With all the trades that happen in baseball. So if you guys remember, and going to the MLB, looking at Juan Soto, he got traded from the Nationals to the Padres, and what that did to the Tin Caps for that year made it like unbearable to go to games. Because what happens is when you trade for prospects, you're stealing those 2 and 3A players that are top prospects. Well, then what happens is, so if you're the Padres, you're like, okay, well, we're going to move our 1A guys up to fill in the gaps. So I think that they traded like 6 prospects. So the top 6 1A guys ended up getting moved up, and all those guys were gone. And us Tin Caps fans were like, oh, come on.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, they're like, you just traded all the guys I enjoyed watching play baseball for the last month. But and I do like how the Tin Caps do have that sign that's like, hey, all these MLB players played here at one point, like Fernando Tatis Jr., Franmil Reyes, guys like that. So yeah, the roster I would say is not near completed.
Yeah. And I do know that we have talked about, we said we were going to cover Banana Ball. So a big thing that I just heard from their social media, they are not playing in any minor league baseball ballparks.
Oh, Major League?
They just did a football stadium.
Really?
Like
they're doing mostly MLB and NFL stadiums.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they're selling out.
Yeah, they are. It's so cool. Like wow.
Banana Ball is about to become the new sport.
Harlem Globetrotters.
It is basically
better than the Harlem Globetrotters. Because here's the thing: the Harlem Globetrotters are set up that they will always beat the other team.
Right.
Always.
Banana Ball is legitimate game.
It's baseball.
It's just
but with showmanship,
crazy,
which is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love we need to get to a game. I want.
Let's do it.
Yes. We have to get on a waiting list.
So what you're saying is we need to tell them to play in Lucas Oil Stadium. There you go. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. They play in Indy at least once a year.
Do they?
At least they had been. They've been playing at the Indians stadium there in Indianapolis.
Ah, yes. The good old Indians.
But Banana Ball will be covered more in depth, and we might just start deep diving into that whole organization. That might just be an entire episode of this podcast.
That'd be so cool.
But we did want to point them out because that's coming in, and it's going to be that whole thing is just a great organization on how they did all that.
One question though is, do you think it is a hindrance to minor league sports because they are taking a lot of college age people and going into Banana Ball? So I don't know how it works for, minor league baseball, but I don't know if that's gonna like take people from going to play for minor leagues or, I don't know. Just a question.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't see it that way. Like, your guys that want to be in the MLB, they're gonna play that minor league baseball.
True.
Yeah.
So baseball really hit an all-time low. Like, baseball used to be America's pastime. Like, it's obviously, if you look at total fanship of, people watching stuff, like, it is NFL. And then,
Yep.
baseball's battling basketball. What Banana Ball's doing is it's getting people back interested in baseball. And baseball is helping themselves by implementing the shot, their pitch clock and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
But I think it's great for the
Agreed.
sport.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't see it doing anything but helping. And I could see Banana Ball influencing like the NBA, the MLS,
Yeah. And
the NHL maybe, who knows? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Banana Ball might become its own like thing where it takes over other leagues, and you got hockey, basketball, football, who knows? And it's just the showmanship of sports where it combines that entertainment aspect where Colin, Dylan, you and I are all you guys and I came from of that sports entertainment aspect,
Right.
but all on the court or the field or
The ice.
yeah. Like it'd be crazy.
Agreed.
I think one of the coolest things that ice hockey has is they have ice. Don't they have like ice battles or something like that, where it's just fighting on ice and like?
I've seen like a football game done on ice.
There's some gimmicks out there, but I swear I saw that there's like something called ice battles where they just fight.
It might be. But yeah, no. So like I said, I just wanted to point out that like Banana Ball was making some huge strides,
so.
and I heard they're also starting their own free YouTube access.
Really?
Where you can watch games.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So, yeah, we might have to reach out to see if we could get permission to do like a live stream where we watch the game and kind of like live comment on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
There's like what?
Not to take the focus away from baseball or Banana Ball, but Kalamazoo just beat the Bison. So if I'm correct, Kalamazoo is in that
I was
playoff.
gonna say now they're 4. We just predicted that.
Yeah.
Like
that's cool.
I told you, guys.
Yeah.
Kalamazoo is a wagon.
What do you think? Conference finals?
Yeah, I think so. I could see. I don't know. They've been going back and forth with Fort Wayne. I could see Fort Wayne coming back into that. I can see Fort Wayne and Kalamazoo battling for the spot out of the Central. But I definitely think Kalamazoo, if they just keep playing like this, they're going to be a terror for whatever team they play, no matter what round.
Yeah.
Very physical team.
Yep. So, keep an eye on that race. But that brings us to tonight's main topic. It's kind of crazy. We're
at the main topic now.
Yeah, it's been an episode. Yeah. Tonight's main topic are the best minor league cities in all of minor league sports.
Fort Wayne, baby.
And so we did some research, and from what we were looking at, here is what the internet says are the best minor league cities. This is not us. This is what we simply Googled and did some research, and this is what we have found on multiple sites as our top. What it is ranked, some of the cities that are consistently recognized as having some of the best minor league sports are Fort Wayne, Indiana, Toledo, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Durham, North Carolina, and Charlotte, South Carolina. And here are some of the reasons that we found across some of these. Fort Wayne has been recognized as one of the best cities for minor league sports because of how the success that all of their teams have had, the quality of the arenas that they have. Fort Wayne, and we can attest to this from being from Fort Wayne, they really do put their pride in their minor league sports and have built really good stadiums and have really diehard followings. People always used to joke that the Mad Ants didn't really have a following in Fort Wayne, but they still always had one of the top attendances in the G League.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
It
I
just
mean,
didn't
it
seem
was
like it because we were trying to fill out a freaking giant room comparatively to all
yeah,
these little tiny rooms everybody else has.
yeah, yep. Um, then it goes so Toledo's minor league sports business scene has been resilient, so all of the stuff that goes on in Toledo, they always have a plethora of teams, and it's really good. So the Walleye has been a great organization. As we talked about the Mud Hens, Toledo is a really good city for its sports and takes really good care of those teams as well. And then Hershey, Pennsylvania has the oldest minor league sports team in the country, the Hershey Bears, and they are they're incredible. They're the only AHL team that we saw that had qualified for a playoff spot already,
Right.
and they have the record for the most teddy bears ever tossed. That they beat their own record.
Yep.
Like, I mean, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and the Hershey Bears are like this. I mean, it's crazy.
I
Durham
think they
North.
have the most Calder Cups too.
I wouldn't
Do
doubt
they?
it.
I think so.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that
it
that
sounds
sounds
right.
right. Yeah, no. And then Durham, North Carolina. The Durham Bulls are a popular team in the city, and that city has a huge baseball culture because of that team. And it's just been really good for that North Carolina, and then go a little bit south down into Charlotte or Charleston. Charleston is a great place to catch a minor league game with a lively atmosphere and a beautiful city. Was the description that I saw on there, and I mean South Carolina is just a beautiful
Very true.
state. I love South Carolina. Anytime I've been there, I've had a great time. The weather's great. North Carolina is also in that same ballpark. But then we have some runner up cities to talk about: Salt Lake City, Worcester, Massachusetts, Davenport, Iowa, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Charlotte, North Carolina, are also some good notable cities. But with that, so we saw what a lot of people are already saying. But in your guys' opinion, what makes a good minor league city?
Honestly, I think it's the culture and the people that make it
Yep,
what it
100%.
is.
I agree. Yep. I mean, you go, and I've seen some of these minor league teams that are in the same city as their major league counterpart, and it takes away from it because you can go see a professional game, or you could go see and people are going to probably spend a little bit more money. But when you go, I would rather spend more money going to like a minor league game here in Fort Wayne than going down and seeing, a major
Yeah, for
sport.
sure.
It's you get to sit closer. You get to sit like I've got tickets to next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday's Fort Wayne Comets Buffalo or Bloomington Bison game, and I'm sitting row 10. Um, you know, in the end, um, it's you can't beat that.
You can't.
No,
That's as close.
like
That's almost as close as you can get to the action.
Right.
yeah, like I mean, and the only reason that we haven't ever gotten rinkside seats at the Coliseum is because those are all season ticket holders, and they are
Yep.
very impossible to find.
Yep.
Speaking of the like Fort Wayne, did you guys see that the Mad Ants went to an Indy Fuel game? I saw a great thing. They were sitting there next to the glass, and a guy got slammed into it. And you see all these basketball players like, oh, as
And one of them says, "You're not supposed to flinch." You know how hard it is not to flinch?
Man, yeah.
Bro,
those guys are coming at you at least 15 miles an hour into the board, especially when they shoot a puck too.
Yeah.
Dude,
you're definitely gonna do one of these.
I mean, but you can always tell hockey players because hockey players in the stands will instinctively pop up to block the shot, whereas everybody else is like, "Oh." I did that one time at a game. I saw a puck coming up not even thinking about it. And it's like a 3-second interval of like 1 second I'm sitting there going, oh, that's a puck. 1 second I go up because I played defense in hockey and puffed up to block the shot, and then almost instantly there go, oh wait, I don't have my gear on. And it was like, oh yeah, then there's a net in front of me. So it was like all of that in like split seconds of thinking. Yeah. But I think, I mean, you look at it, and bigger, smaller cities, I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but like bigger, smaller cities tend to have enough of like the budget to build good stadiums and stuff like that, but also have the population to help their minor league team grow.
All about the revenue.
Yep. I think Fort Wayne's a good in a good place because we're like 3 hours from Detroit, 2 hours from Michigan, 3 hours from Chicago, 3 hours from Columbus, maybe an hour 5 from Toledo, 3 hours from, it's like we're right in the center of all of these big cities that have big sports, so we can also bring in like good crowds for the away teams too. From all of those areas.
I always see people from away teams at the Coliseum, no matter what team it is. True. It's crazy.
I saw in the height of COVID, I saw fans from both the Allen Americans in the Coliseum and the Stingrays.
Wow.
Like during COVID, when nobody was traveling, and that also attests to minor league sports that people will travel in the midst of a global pandemic to go watch their team possibly win a cup.
I would travel that far too if some of my playoff games were held in the practice arena.
Got him.
Oh, man.
Shots fired.
Sorry, South Carolina. You guys are cool, but holy crap.
Yeah.
They hated it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I know the fans had to hate it too.
Man, what was it? Shane saying that he had to like do the broadcast from like in the crowd,
in the middle of everybody.
Yeah,
man, we got to get him back on.
Yeah, we do.
There were so many good stories. If you guys haven't gone and listened to that episode, The Man Behind the Mic, it's not a video episode because we didn't have video at that point, but it's well worth the listen. Shane Albarani is great. Yeah. You really should go check that episode out, and we will definitely be having him back on here in the future.
He had a good send off too.
I
let him do
it. yeah. But I mean, like, what are some other things that like a minor league city needs to be successful?
Well, I'll start off. I predict since Greensboro is getting the Gargoyles. I have a feeling Greensboro is going to be one of those cities that's going to be in the top minor league system.
Right, but like what I'm asking is, what are some key factors in a city that help make it successful?
How they promote and what the name of the team is, the colors. It's pretty much just a little bit of everything.
Marketing.
Honestly.
Right.
Marketing.
Well, yeah. The marketing.
Imagination.
Well, it'll be the cornfield if you go off what 2K says about Fort Wayne.
Right.
Yeah.
Did us dirty.
There's literally nothing else to do here, so we're going to go watch some sports.
We want to promote the Mad Ants, but we don't want to spend that much money.
Corn.
Yeah.
Man, so many people. I remember talking to the media relations manager of that, and I'm like, bro, why didn't you tell me that we were going to be in a video game? He goes, I just found out.
Oh,
they didn't tell him. That was very cool, but also they did us dirty.
They did.
Come on, 2K.
Just a little bit.
It could have at least went to our zoo.
Right.
A cool zoo.
Yeah. Show our zoo.
We got corn in the zoo. What else do we need?
The thing is what I loved is
Corn makes
like
whiskey.
all the other teams were playing inside like really small arenas. And then they were saying that we lived in a cornfield, but then had like
Biggest.
they accurately just like accurately put the stadium of the Coliseum in there, of this big giant stadium. It's one of the largest minor league barns, I believe. It's definitely one of the larger ECHL
Right.
and NBA G League barns, but it was, I believe it might be up there with the AHL
It is.
barns.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
Now, fun fact: you guys remember the Greensboro Stadium? How many seats that stadium has? They have the biggest in the ECHL.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
20,000 seats.
Holy cow, that's like double Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Did they ever fill
that's
it?
we don't know
I
yet.
don't know, but I'd love to go see a
Yeah.
game. I'd love to be in one of those seats.
We'll have to go. We'll have to go. Greensboro, please have us out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please
Invite us.
Please.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
That's right.
We're working on it. But yeah, no, I mean minor league sports. I think what also, it's what holds cities together. It gives you like that city pride. I know. Well, Colin, Dylan, you and I, or you guys and I, became even closer than we already were because we all did the drum line. I mean, Dylan, I didn't meet you till you showed up at auditions.
Right. I just had
And
one guy say, "Hey, you play drums?" And I'm like, "Yeah, meet Kevin." Hey, thanks, man.
and lo and behold, here we are. And then Colin, like, I mean, you and I were close because we had taught together, but like, we really grew close through that.
Absolutely. No, we all did.
I'd say I wouldn't.
It's crazy because like all of our likes, like everything that we like is pretty much the same as the group that we are. And it was so happened to be that we're all on the same drum line and we all love talking trash too. So it was meant to be, in
Just
my
a little
opinion.
bit.
Hey, speaking of drumming, I do want to give a shout out to Randy Lemish from DeKalb. The Drumline, their show is spectacular.
It is. Were you there? Were you there yesterday?
No. So my paraprofessional that I work with, her son is on the drum line and may or may not have recorded the show. And I saw it and I was like, yeah, probably can't share that on social media. But she said, well, it's not to share, it's for me to keep. I recorded my kid. But it was a fantastic show.
Yeah. Dude, the songs that they use in that show bring like inner childhood. They bring back memories.
Did you go yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
I'm sorry, where were you? What were you
What
doing?
time? What time was it?
What are we doing?
What time was the show?
7:30.
Was it 7:30? I was probably
just driving home.
And driving home.
Alrighty.
But enough of us bickering. Back to sports.
Yeah, back to sports. But yeah, I mean, it is. It really, really is what brings communities together. And I've seen so many communities rally behind their minor league sports team when in times of hurt and peril. I've seen other minor league sports teams step up to help other cities, like when natural disasters happen. I've seen when there's a tragic loss in the community, I've seen minor league sports teams stand side by side to help prop that community up. It's crazy, and I think that's the stronger you have that connection to your fan base, the better your minor league sports are in your city. Because without the fan base, you're not gonna survive.
Right.
You need that fan base, but also I would think that a fan base needs their team.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I've seen several people that are diehards that will show up. When there's a jersey auction, they will buy jerseys every time. They will have autographs of every player that has ever worn that team's jersey. They know them by name. They know their parents. Like, parents will come into their community and be, become members of that community because their kid played for that team.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I really like about the Comets too, because most of those parents support their children so much that are in the Comets organization. Over the years, they kind of just slowly start coming back to Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And actually like living here. I mean, I don't think Sean Sadlowski's dad lives here, but like he has been to Fort Wayne so many times just to watch his son play.
Yep. Nope. It is. I mean, we even had John Stockton here.
He was here
to watch his son, and he seemed to enjoy it here. Also, he just, like Tim said, he just kind of blended in because he looked like just a normal person. But like,
crazy.
John was here. He loved coming to watch his son play in a minor league game. You know, it is. It's just insane. Like how tight knit your sports team will be to your community. And I mean, we covered this. This is kind of dipping back into what we talked about on episode 1 with how a sports team can really, like, you know, minor league sports really impact you. But it does tie back in. You notice the teams that get mentioned the more and more about impacting their city are the cities that we just rattled off.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about having big names and big, like, you don't always have big names that you know on that team. You have people that care, and that you know, you rallied around your community, and your community rallied around you, and that's what makes a minor league city good.
I mean, look at the Comets and what they did for that young boy who's in a wheelchair. They put him in skates and they helped him skate around the rink.
Yep.
Cool.
So cool.
So awesome.
Cool. Mm-hmm. It's great. But we just need you need to support your city's minor league sports teams because they are trying to support you and your community. I mean, if they are, I mean, don't support an organization that's going out and just trying to milk the city. But if your team is legitimately trying to help you out and like be there for you, you need to be there for your minor league sports team. Now, I'm not saying you need to go invest thousands of dollars in jerseys but like
invest all your money.
That's right. Like, but do what you can to help that team, especially if they're helping your community out, and I think that's important. But let's hear from you guys, the fans. What do you think makes a minor or a city with a minor league team great? What would make a city? What does a city have to be a good minor league city? And I'd love to hear that. Put it in the comments and stuff like that. We'd love to know. We'd love to know what your thoughts are on that whole subject. But we are getting towards the end tonight. It was kind of a good episode. We've had a lot of stuff that we've covered and a lot. But I do have one closing question.
Of course.
As usual. And I thought about this one. Your favorite sports movie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ryan, we'll start with you.
Oh man, you have to start with me. Okay. Well, give me 1 second to show.
While Ryan's thinking. While Ryan's thinking.
Not what we're thinking.
No?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna go with that. I was gonna say the Mighty Ducks.
Good movie.
I was gonna go get my autographed Funkos I have over here. I was gonna show them and be like the Mighty Ducks, but you know what? No, that's not my favorite sports movie. Man, so many of them are so great. I'm gonna go with going with baseball season. I feel like we have to go with the entire.
You could also say TV show. I guess I'll throw that in there.
TV show. Man, now you're making this hard.
You made it worse.
Because they did redo Friday Night Lights into a series.
Did I ever watch that? Gosh, favorite. I mean, you gotta go. Remember the Titans if it's football.
Classic.
It's a great football movie. If we're talking hockey, I'm gonna say Miracle.
That's what I was gonna say.
But, I'm
just gonna cover all of them right now. However,
baseball. No, you get to pick one.
Baseball. I'm not gonna say Sandlot.
Good movie.
Okay.
Oh man,
I know
Sandlot's boring.
A lot of people would say The Sandlot. However, with baseball, I'm gonna say Bad News Bears. Billy Bob Thornton. I laughed hysterically during that movie. So, in honor of baseball, we're going with Bad News Bears. It'll probably change next. If you ask me next time, it's gonna be a completely different movie.
Yeah, Dylan, go ahead.
I was gonna say Miracle, but pretty standard. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Colin.
Oh, let's see. For baseball, I'm gonna do Moneyball.
Ooh, good movie.
Oh,
good
man.
movie.
Yeah. About the Oakland A's.
I changed
so good.
It. That's my favorite.
That is so good.
Change it. Basketball would probably have to be
like Mike.
Coach Carter.
Oh.
Basketball.
All right.
Football, Gridiron Gang, and hockey, Mystery Alaska.
Ooh, Mystery Alaska. That's a good one.
Yep.
All right. Well, then I will go. So I was going to say Miracle because that is just a great, great movie. I love the Herb Brooks speech. This is your time.
Amazing actor.
Herb Brooks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and that speech is great. And that was a good turning point for American hockey. Is super good. I'd have to say baseball would have to be Sandlot. I love Sandlot. Basketball, I'd have to say is Semi-Pro. So good. That is so good.
Jackie Moon.
Yeah. But then I would have to say as a TV show, Ted Lasso is my favorite TV show, sports TV show.
That's a good one.
Never seen it.
There's so many good things.
Is that the baseball announcer?
Soccer.
Ted Lasso? Soccer. It's
soccer.
the one where the American football coach plays, then goes and coaches in the Premier League, and it is hilarious.
That's on Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Us non-Apple folk can't get that yet.
It's so you can buy it on Amazon. Like you can buy it each season, but it's really good.
I have lots of free stuff I can watch on Amazon.
Yep, same.
Yeah. So, but enough about trying to talk what's the best streaming service. But yeah, those are probably my favorites. But with that, hey, you guys let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Favorite movie.
What your favorite movie is. Favorite sports movie. I mean, I guess you could also throw in there. I guess I'll go back. You could go with Shoresy. Is a great hockey TV show too.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. It's been a great
South Park.
Great night.
The minor league baseball episode, or the little league baseball. I didn't hear no bell. Oh man.
Oh, goodness.
Well, guys,
On
with
that note.
it's been a great episode. Thanks for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe everywhere. But we are really excited to be doing this, and we want to know what else you guys want to see and what you think is the best. Comment what you think is the best minor league city. But until next time, Colin, what do we say?
Cue the music.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.